host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. The city's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Annie, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
I'm T. DeMarco Harris, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Rise.
I got myself all confused. Oh, goodness. You know, it is just another day. I was trying to get that out of the way and did not do that. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So anyway, good morning, Frederick. Today is Tuesday, April 22nd, and I am your host, Danny Gurry. You know, yesterday we had a lot of great luck with, Good Morning Frederick streaming right to the group Everything Frederick and More. Today, not so much. I don't know why. So I'm going to just quickly ask if you guys can share it into the groups so that people who look for it there can find it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning so far. Good morning to Tara. Happy Tuesday. Yes, it does look beautiful outside. And I love it. This is the time of year that I absolutely thrive. I want to say good morning to Mama Cone. Terrific Tuesday. It shall be. You have made it so. All right, let's talk about what's on the show today. We got our morning roundup with maybe Bob Miller and Chris Michaels. I saw Bob Miller at the studios yesterday. Nice having him back in Frederick. We're going to go over what's happening in Frederick. We're going to highlight some of the events. Just want to let you know there are 99 eggs still out there somewhere. It's actually not too terrible when you think about it. 2/3 have been turned in. There's a bunch up in Brunswick. I can tell you that for sure. And I know some of the ones that I have not heard from. I know they've been found because they were like right underneath signs, like at Frederick Health and at Wise Markets and where else. I mean, the sign was there and the egg was right underneath of it. And I know that they've been picked up, and so they just haven't either opened them or they don't follow the instructions, which is pretty typical. So, for those of you who participated, thank you so much. It was really a lot of fun. And I'm already planning the next fun promotion. All right. We're going to have a cash giveaway starting June 1st and or beginning of June. And well, hopefully I give away the $500 cash. Hopefully somebody's got that egg. But if not, we are definitely going to take some of the prizes that were left over and some cash. We're just going to do cold hard cash as well, and some lottery scratch offs and fun stuff like that. And I've got to come up with a clever name for it. But anyway, we're going to be hiding that around Frederick and giving you a video clue, and you're going to be able to, You're going to have to run, basically. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. We also today talked to Keith from Maryland Windows, Doors, and Roofs, I think it is, and Laurie from Ship. We talked lip sync battle, which is this Thursday, 2 days from today. 2 evenings from this evening. And I'm your MC, and it's going to be a ton of fun. All right. Buy the merch. Again, if you're coming into the shop to turn in an egg, bring $5 with you. And you can get a chapstick and a sticker, or a pin and a chapstick, or something like that. And 100% of that is going to go to A Mother's Rest, which gives respite for caretakers. And so it is a beautiful place right in Newmarket. All right. Mine as well. Go ahead and let's go ahead and get this day started. Want to say thank you to Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard at Frederick, open daily noon to 9. You can also, with your Italian ice or frozen custard, get a hot pretzel. And they even served iced coffees. And if you can't get to Rita's, they can come to you via Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. Rita's also has a mobile unit that can come out to an event, so reach out to them about that. There is no reason not to have Rita's. Remember, if there's a big line, grab that app, order, and you can kind of circumvent the line. 538 West South Street. Hillary, our good friend Hillary Palmer, a winner on the egg hunt, asked, have the scratch offs been claimed? Yes, we did get our 100 Maryland Lottery scratch offs winner. I actually texted them yesterday because I was not there when they picked up. And I would love to hear how he did with that. So yes, that was claimed. Good morning to Rob. Oh yes, had a great weekend. Very busy. Hope you did as well. This is intense barbecue in the house, as always. I love it. And I know everybody's busy and has a lot to do, so I absolutely appreciate you guys checking in and seeing how things are going. Anyway, well, I'm going to stall a little bit. I'm going to give Chris another minute or two to hop on. They're probably trying to figure out how they're going to do it with Bob and Chris together. But anyway, so yeah, got some great promotions lined up for you this summer. So June, we're going to do the Stash the Cash giveaway, or whatever we're going to call it. Stash cash and prizes, I guess. And that's going to be fun. You're going to see a video on Good Morning Frederick, and it's just going to kind of tell you where it is, and once it's posted, you got to go. And then I think we'll probably do it starting in September when the kids are back at school. We're going to do the watch and win. So you're going to want to get a Good Morning Frederick magnet. I'll be giving them out at 4th of July and other events. Of course, you can purchase one, put it on your car. And as I'm driving around Frederick, if I spot your vehicle with a magnet, I'm going to take a photo and or video and post it, and you'll have 24 hours. Okay, I'm going to post it. I'm going to play it in the show. And you're going to have 24 hours to confirm that it is you, and you're going to win $100. Easy peasy. Lots of ways for you to win, trying to give back to the people and our community as much as I possibly can. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, as I said, we're going to do another egg hunt, a Halloween egg hunt, actually. And I got these There's some really cool eggs with some Halloween designs on them. And actually, I was looking online. There's little pumpkins that open up, which will be kind of cool too. But anyway, we're going to do that again in October. So look, we like to keep busy. We like to be out there and have a good time, and more ways for you guys to win for sure. All right. I'm not going to wait any longer. We're just going to go straight into what is happening in Frederick. Okay, of course, as soon as I decide to bail, he jumps on. So let's go ahead and get Chris on the show. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland, accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. You know, I stalled and stalled. I talked about all these great promotions I'm going to be doing. And when it hit 10 minutes, I thought, okay, I'm going to go. And then there you are.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I would have waited for you, so I know what's going on around Frederick too. It's nice to know what's going on around and about in our beautiful city. So, for you, Danny, I would have definitely waited. So no problem. Go ahead and go on. But here I got a real quick question before I get into news. Okay. And me and Bob are having a pretty rough debate today. Okay. And nobody can settle our debate. You, Danny, have always been the voice of reason for me and Bob. Okay.
Okay.
When it comes to the weather, 77 degrees today, supposed to be a high, beautiful day. At 77 degrees, do you open your windows? I say it's too hot. I like to be nice and cold. Bob says he opens his windows. I just think he's being too cheap to pay for the air conditioning bill, electric bill.
Yeah, once the house gets to I cap it 75 is the warmest I like it, because what I find is the upstairs then gets really warm and it takes so long to cool it back down, which means then I have to turn on the air condition or do whatever. So, yeah, 77 would be a little bit too hot for me for that.
Yeah, I like to have my air conditioning on, but so we have two air conditioning units in our house, one for upstairs and one for downstairs. And actually pretty cool because depending on at night we can turn the air conditioning downstairs, make it a little warmer, and then at night we can make it a little cooler for the upstairs when we sleep, which I love. Yep.
Yeah.
So all right, there
Yeah.
you go. I'll get into news right now because I know I was a little late again today. Sorry about that. Volvo Group has announced plans to lay off between 550 and 800 workers across three of its U.S. facilities over the next 3 months. The affected sites include the Mack Trucks plant in Pennsylvania, as well as the Volvo Group facilities in Dublin, Virginia, and Hagerstown. The company attributes to these layoffs to declining demand and market uncertainty due to the recent trade tariffs. Efforts are underway to reverse a decision by the Frederick Community College to close its child care center. Earlier this year, the school announced the closure of the Carl and Norma Miller Children's Center on May 16th after 30 years. Now, Jenna Malley has children enrolled in the FCC Child Care Center. According to quoting Jenna, both of my children have been going since they were 4 months old. They're really thriving in this highly rated program. We've built such a solid foundation of trust with their teachers, she said. Both Mally and her husband have full-time jobs. So that might be rough for those parents out there who use that facility because it's tough on childcare.
Yeah, I talked to Terry Bickle, who is the former director of that. I think she retired recently, and I know somebody else who works there actually as the assistant director. And they got no warning. It was just I don't know what is going on there. I think they're trying to somehow save it. I don't know if that's possible, but just real quick, not to interrupt your news, but our friend Rob from Intense Barbecue says both windows open for fresh air and AC on so it doesn't get too hot. So there you go.
Well, there you go. See, okay. Well, thank you, Rob, for selling this debate between me and the morning mayor. Because every time me and Bob have a disagreement, I always have to get a third party in because Bob will never admit when he's wrong. Just don't tell him I said that.
Uh,
All right. So there you go. And all right, one last thing. On fire destroyed a garage in Green Valley on Monday afternoon. The Frederick Scanner Facebook page says units were called out at around 3:38 p.m. to the 3600 block of Green Valley Road and found a one-story, 100-foot by 50-foot detached garage with heavy fire showing through the roof. There were vehicles inside. So there you go. And taking a quick look at weather. As I said, it's gonna. I tell you, the rest of the week's actually been pretty good. High of 77 today, sunny to partly cloudy skies. Looks mostly sunny out there now. Low of 50 with partly cloudy skies. Now, I was saying this on air today, most of the day. When it gets down to 65, 60, 55, 50 at night, I love to sit outside. Me and my wife, we sit outside our patio in the backyard. We have a big backyard fenced in. And we just kind of sit back. I smoke my cigar and
yeah.
just think, man, it's really, you enjoy the fruits of your labor, working all day long to sit back in your house. And even we've actually been, trying to eat dinner outside too, which is beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. I
So,
love it. I love this turn. This is great. I've been waiting for it.
yeah, and then looking at the rest of the week, real quick. Well, not rest of the week, but midweek, Wednesday, which is tomorrow, high 78, low 51, and Thursday, high of 82. Danny, low of 54 with mostly sunny skies. And real quickly, I want to ask you. So I don't know about Frederick, but Saturday night we got hit with that big storm around 11:30 at night, and
Yeah.
we were so lucky because so many of our neighbors had trees that got knocked down and completely destroyed their sheds, fencing. Some of them had trees that actually fell into the house, unfortunately. So it really. This is why you can't trust the weather. I was saying all week long we weren't supposed to get any rain on Saturday, and here we go. All of a sudden, boom! 80-mile-an-hour
Yeah.
winds, a storm, and it came out of nowhere.
Nuts. It was really nuts. My sister lives in Greencastle and they had a downed tree on one of their vehicles. And yeah, it was really crazy.
And again, it's like it's no warning. So I was sitting down watching one of my favorite shows. You know me, I always like to watch good cultural shows at night. I was watching WrestleMania the first night on Saturday, and all of a sudden the alert goes off while I'm trying to watch WrestleMania. I'm thinking, oh well, maybe it was another abducted child. I was glad I was wrong. It wasn't an abducted child. I
Yeah.
didn't hear that. So don't get me wrong. But I look at it and it said that take cover now. And as soon as I see that, that's when the wind started. I have time to take cover. And I'm looking outside. I couldn't believe how bad those winds are. They were saying 80 mile an hour, which is hurricane force winds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was nuts. And how's your movie watching going?
it's not going bad. I don't have it with me. What I've watched, it's upstairs my list, but still going good. And we've got movie night, Danny, coming up. I am so looking forward to that. It's going to be a
Yeah.
fun night.
Yeah, I can't wait. If you head to the Good Morning Frederick Facebook page, and I'm actually gonna, I'll share it here so you can see, because we want you to get your tickets now. Let's see. If you're on the Good Morning Frederick Facebook page, you see right here, movie night, benefiting Christmas cash for kids. Look at that face right there. That mug right there.
What a beautiful face. Although it kind of looks like I always say a Mr. Potato Head. I mean, just kind of you can see right here. But hey, Danny, do you have a pen on you so I can kind of have you point to a few things real quickly? If you look up top here, you see that head. But if you go to the left, right where the popcorn is in between,
Yeah.
as Arnold Schwarzenegger once said, that is not a tumor. Those are my actual biceps. How beautiful. I'm trying to point out that's the only good point on my entire body. So I'm trying to point that out. So there we go.
Yeah. Well, we've had 80 people respond. I don't know how they're responding, but you can see right here. You can click to get your tickets. It's $20 a person. That includes your popcorn and your drink and free refills, of course, at Warehouse Cinemas. And we're going to have a great time. We might have to have Chris do his little discussion after the movie to let us know what he thought of the never ending story. You got to come out and enjoy it. So from 5 to 7, we're going to have a little happy hour. It's going to be a little social event. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll go in and watch the movie. So, yeah.
It'll be fun, and we're looking to, hopefully, if I can make things work, maybe do a live broadcast before we started. Tim and Frank will be on Free Talk 930 WFMD. And they
Well, I'm
absolutely
definitely
love
going
it.
to do a live stream. I'll do a live Facebook Live from the event, as well as Good Morning Frederick is the sponsor for this wonderful movie night. And we're going to have a really good time, and we'll chat with people. And well, I'm actually going to do a poll to see if anyone else coming has never seen The Never Ending Story. I want to see what company you may be in when you do that. Oh, want to say hi to Darren Ahern, your Frederick Real Estate Update. We need Darren, you should be sponsoring and coming out and being a vendor at this event, movie night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Supports Christmas Cash for Kids. I'm going to have to get on you about that.
And not to mention, real quick, if for those who have never been to the Warehouse Cinemas, let me tell you, it is,
luxury. It's luxury movie watching.
Yeah, it's an experience. You have to really, the chairs are comfortable. And one thing I love about movie theaters, and I don't know, man, maybe if it's just me, but certain places when you go to get a soda from the machine, certain places the sodas seem to be better than others. And when you go to Warehouse Cinemas, the soda fountains there are so good. The cherry Coke or cherry Pepsi, I forget which one they have over there, actually tastes like cherry Pepsi and cherry Coke. It's great. So
well,
I mean,
they use real authentic butter too. None of that oily
yes.
stuff. And they got those wide aisles, so you don't have to scooch in and out if you have to get up and go to the bathroom or get your popcorn refilled. It's all great. And it's May 14th. It's a Wednesday evening, and we'd love to see you at Warehouse Cinemas. And in fact, our networking event for the Home of Everything Frederick, this was the first month. Oh, Darren says he's going to be there. Absolutely. So we can count on him to
now,
be at the
Darren,
movies. Yeah.
will you be wearing your Pittsburgh Penguins hat? I need to know the answer to this, Darren. Will you be wearing your Pittsburgh Penguins hat? Just it's one of those important things I need to know. But either way, Darren, we're glad you're going to be there.
Yeah. I also want to say hi. I missed this. Drew M says good morning, and all of our events sound fun. They are fun. You need to join us. This is your invitation. It is a standing invite. But anyway, cocktails and conversations that we used to have on the first Wednesday of every month at the Home of Everything, Frederick. Last month, we decided to move it to the second Wednesday because of first Saturday, and there's a lot going on at the beginning of the month. And of course, we have this movie night planned. So I said, hey, why don't we have our networking event at Warehouse Cinemas? So we're going to do it there. So we're going to invite everybody to come down to Warehouse Cinemas. Hopefully everybody is going to go to the movies too. But even if not, we're going to have people hanging out for our little happy hour from 5 to 7. So it's going to be a great time.
That's genius, Danny. That's why you are a marketing genius. There you go.
You see, Darren says he's going to do even better. He's going to have his jersey on.
It's all right, Darren. You know what? It's for the kids. So I'll even let you sit next to me with that Pittsburgh Penguins jersey on, my friend. Darren, I love you. One of the great people out there in Frederick.
Yeah,
love you,
absolutely.
Darren. Looking forward to see you, my friend. And real quickly, I'm sorry, Danny, before we go, also you can get your tickets on WFMD.com. Just click that same picture and you can get those there. So we hope to see you there.
Absolutely. All right, my friend. Have a good afternoon, and I'll see you later. That was a very silent goodbye. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to get into what's happening in Frederick. And we're going to talk to Keith, or hear from Keith from Maryland Windows, Doors, and Roofs, and Laurie Robb from Ship, talking lip sync battle this Thursday. I'm telling you, you got plans, okay? Just if anyone ever asks, you already got plans, because I've got tons of events and I'm going to be there, and I'd love for you to be there too. All right, we will be back just after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is total car care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shannon Flannery beyond compare.
Well, speaking of warehouse cinemas, if you're looking to advertise, consider putting yourself on the big screen where thousands will see your messaging. I can't wait. I think I'm trying to talk my husband into going to the movies tonight. I haven't been to the movies in ages. I don't even know what's playing. I just like to go hang out, maybe have a cocktail. But I think I'm still on the big screen there. So we're going to check it out and see if I still am. But warehousecinemas.com/advertising for more details. It's a great way to get your message out. I'm always all about doing more than one thing. All right. So I never got into, we played the open, but Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is in West Point Plaza off Route 40 in Frederick, and it's at 3 Russell Avenue in Gaithersburg. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street right in Hagerstown. Taquito offers the same great quality food, same affordable pricing, and you get the drive-through experience. Taco Bar is amazing. You go, and when you get served, they'll put your meats on your tortilla, and then you go to the taco bar and you put on your toppings. I love it. TacoBar1.com or TaquitoByTacoBar.com if you want more information or if you want to reach out to them. Fantastic. And we love Raul, and we're so happy that he's been able to get Gaithersburg back open. I believe it seemed like it was closed for a year and a half or something crazy. So we know what a struggle that was. All right. So 99 eggs are still out there somewhere. Like I said earlier, a lot of them are in places that I know they have been found. They have to have been. Now, unless they blew away on that crazy winds we had on Wednesday, and maybe they're just down the street somewhere. I'm just going to say this. If you see some random eggs around town, pick it up, pop it open. I mean, if there's candy in there, I wouldn't eat it because I don't know where it's from. And I'm telling you, I don't have candy in any of mine, but there's a piece of paper in there that says, hey, you found a Good Morning Frederick egg. You're going to want to turn it in because, like I said, the $500 is still out there somewhere. Our 100 Maryland Lottery scratch-off winner did come and claim the 100 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs, but the $500 is still out, okay? Once again, need to thank our wonderful sponsors, Maryland Lottery, Auto Spa Express, 7th Street Cafe, Elite Feet Dance Studio, Intense Barbecue, McClintock Distilling, Prospect Pantry, Red Horse Steakhouse, Sandbox Brewhouse, Starvin' Marvin, the Salty Seahorse in Corolla, North Carolina. If you're looking for a vacation home, go there. I'm trying to figure out how I can get down there. 10th Ward, Terrapin Travel, Texas Roadhouse, the Healing Storm Holistic Wellness, and Tree Trekkers. So they were some of the prizes that we included. All right, we're going to run through again Thursday, and we're going to hear from Laurie coming up in just a minute. Ship's annual lip sync battle. Get your tickets right now. ShipFrederick.com. Come have a great time with me for an amazing organization. All right, Saturday, 7:30, TJ High School is doing a community yard sale for Safe and Sane. At 8:30, it starts Bring a Broom, downtown Frederick cleanup. And at 9 a.m., it's Fiberfest in Frederick at the fairgrounds, and that is free entry. And that is all about crocheting and knitting and tons of vendors, crafters. I've never been, but I was reading about it. I might have to pop in and see what it is like. Speaking of popping, we have a pop-up vendor event at the home of Everything Frederick every Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. This Saturday, we've got jewelry and greeting cards, gifts, and more. And just remember, Mother's Day is not that far away. So if you haven't purchased anything for your mom, if you still have her, which I hope to God you do, you want to stop by the home of Everything Frederick and pick up something nice for her. 1 to 3 on Saturday, I'll be broadcasting live on WFRE, and I'm going to be at the Chesapeake RV open house. I'm so excited about that. It's going to be my first one, so it's it'll be fun. We're going to have a great time, and I'm going to bring some Good Morning Frederick stuff to give away. And I'm going to have a great time with my friend Alex from the station. We're going to have a good time there. Sunday, it's the Stomp Out Heroin 5K in Baker Park. We're rolling right into 5K season. Let me just tell you, Frederick is like the capital for 5Ks. At 9, you can grab your spot for the Pulling for Veterans flea market. That is at the AmVets farm right off 144. Apparently, it's going to be gorgeous this weekend. So the weather's going to be nice. You got to clean your stuff out, get yourself organized, grab a space, $30. There's going to be food trucks up there. There's a playground for the kids. So if you have to bring your kids, they're going to be able to entertain themselves over there, obviously with your supervision. But it's right there. It's right there at the AmVets farm. And then on Sunday, we've got Gretchen doing her custom etching. We've got some essential oils, gifts, and more at the pop-up vendor event on Sunday at the home of Everything Frederick. At 11:30, you can play some bingo. That is to benefit Tuscarora High School's music program. That is at the Fraternal Order of the Eagles in Brunswick. And from 1 to 3, the Lucky E Rodeo is at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds. I'm going to talk to the head cowboy. We're going to have him on the show. I think I'm going to interview him tomorrow. So he'll be on the show tomorrow is Wednesday. Thursday. He'll be on the show Thursday. I better write this down. Oh, goodness, I'm going to forget. Ty, he's a rodeo cowboy. He's actually like the head of operations. But anyway, we're going to talk about the rodeo and what to expect at that event, but fun for the whole family for sure. And if you've been listening to WFRE, I think you can win a family 4-pack of tickets. That's pretty cool. All right, May 2nd is the Immersive Art Pop-Up at Give Rice Studio from 4 to 8. May 4th is Colonial Jewelers Wedding Walk. If you're getting married or know somebody who got engaged recently, go to colonialjewelers.com, get your details, register for Wedding Walk. This is really cool. What they're doing this year, and I don't think they did this the last couple years, but I don't know because I'm not their target audience. But this year, they're setting up at 4 venues. I believe it is like Union Mills, the Citizens Ballroom right at the corner of Market and Patrick, and 2 other places. And the venues are going to be set up like to the nines, like a wedding is actually happening with all kinds of different vendors with table settings and flowers. And you're going to be able to picture, this is what I love because I'm a very visual person. You're going to be able to picture what your wedding would look like with those particular vendors. I think it's amazing. I might have to check that out we call it a sticky beak in Australia, out of curiosity and check it out and see how things are going. May 7th at 7 p.m. is the exclusive screening of PTSD 911. That is at Common Ground Stables in Mount Airy. And they have a beautiful indoor area. So rain or shine, you don't have to worry. Those stables, that whole farm, I'd live there. I'd live in the barn because it is that nice. May 8th is Alive at 5 is back at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater. Can you believe it? We are right there. May 9th is the 4 for Sore Golf Classic. May 10th, which is a Saturday, noon to 5, Maryland Craft Beer Festival is on Carroll Creek. Get your tickets now. It is a really, really fun event. Even if you don't love beer, you have a good time. There's food trucks, there's music. They do have some vendors who will bring their seltzers and things like that, but it's like 65 of our Maryland brewers are there, and it's really fun. You can chat with them and ask about their beers and try as many as you can possibly try, and then you're going to call Uber. But 3 to 8, it's Battle of the Bands at the Frederick Fairgrounds. That benefits the Boys and Girls Club of Frederick County. And at 6 is the Adaptive Prom at Rock Creek Rec Center for ages 16 and up. May 14th, we just talked about it. Movie night, Christmas Cash for Kids. Get your tickets, please. I'd love to sell this out. I think we have room for up to 100 people in the largest theater. I think it's 120. I would love to do that because what that means is that is to $2,400 to Christmas Cash for Kids. And I love that. So the whole $20 goes to Christmas Cash for Kids because Good Morning Frederick is going to rent the theater and pay for that. All right. Then we get into mid to the end of May. There is a Kids Expo coming up on May 18th. And let's see, May 25th. That looks like a really cool event. May 25th and 26th. There's a Field of Honor being created in Imesville for, of course, Memorial Weekend. And let's see, May 31st, Run Like a Warrior Family Fun Run at Hood College. And it is to benefit Lyme disease awareness for Lyme Awareness Month. Go to Facebook and just search Run Like a Warrior. Register. It is like 2 miles and it's not timed or anything. And it's on the beautiful campus of Hood College. Come out and there are prizes for the most Frederick flair and the most green. So 2 prizes. So if you want to get all into it, I suggest you do that. And on June 7th, it is Tour de Frederick at the Walkersville Carnival grounds. All right. I'm all discombobulated now because typically I would go to let me stay on task or I will really get myself all messed up. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back. We're going to be back with Keith from Maryland Windows, Doors, and Roofs and Laurie from SHIP just after a couple of messages that help pay our bills. Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
Experience an unforgettable vacation at the Salty Seahorse on the 4x4 beach in Corolla, North Carolina. Enjoy the pool, relax in the hot tub, fish, and kayak right off the private dock. The Salty Seahorse will be your forever vacation home. Go to thesaltyseahorse2201.com. Oh, yeah. I mean, that looks so fun. I really do want to get down there. Now, I have to ask them because I don't have a 4-wheel drive, and I think you can rent one when you are down there, and that's what I need to figure out. All right. A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding, but they can also take care of your windows and gutters and even build you a new patio or deck. Everything on the exterior of your home, they can handle it. Call Sandra at 301-703-2157, or you can email her at info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs just because you watch Good Morning Frederick. So screenshot that right now so you have it when you're ready to go ahead and, play nice with your house. Take good care of it and it'll take good care of you. That's the way it's supposed to work anyway. All right, let's talk about who is making our market great. Market Makers is sponsored by the Maryland Lottery with tons of ways to win. Hot scratch-offs like big money where a $5 ticket could net you $50,000. Or the $2 Monopoly ticket with a top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details. Plus, don't forget, download that app and scan your tickets to see if you're a winner. Plus, it'll give you the closest place to redeem your winnings. You must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. All right, I got a chance to sit down and chat with Keith, and he is an interesting fella, and he wants to make your home fabulous. Here he is. I'm at 401 North Market Street, and I am here with Keith. Fascinating you are. You've had so much history in the industry of doors and windows and roofing and construction. And you decided how long ago to bring that all together on your own?
12 years ago.
12, okay. Yeah, a little over a decade.
More.
That's pretty good. And are you from this area?
No, I'm from Long Island originally, and then got married and raised my children in Ohio.
Oh, wow. Okay. What brought you here?
The economy collapsed a few years ago, I guess in the late 70s, during the mortgage crisis.
Sure, yeah.
Nobody was buying anything in the Midwest. 25-year-old businesses were rolling up their signs and going under. And I had clients here because I had previously been a manufacturer's rep, and some of my company clients here asked me if I would like to come out and work for them as a branch manager.
Okay.
So that's how I got here.
Yeah, and you stayed.
Yeah, I love it here.
We love
Frederick's fabulous.
It is fabulous, isn't it? What do you love about Frederick?
Well, I guess we live in the historic district, and my wife and I go on a walk every night. And we have yet to be on a walk in 20 years where we didn't notice something we hadn't seen before.
Isn't that crazy? I know. I just rode Maryland double-deckers not long ago. Have you been on that yet?
No.
Oh, you got to get on it because seeing everything from 15 feet up,
different.
Then you see tons of stuff you never noticed before. So Frederick,
all the architectural details.
Yeah, and just where apartments are that I never even knew existed above storefronts I've been in a million times or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, we love that you love Frederick, but you really are passionate about helping people make their homes fabulous.
Yeah, and that's the key term, helping people.
Yeah.
We have a lot of competitors that are trying to make as much as possible, and
sell them stuff, but
you can sell versus being an adversary. Looking for the win, getting the check. We don't care about that. We want to do what we can to help you realize your design ideas, and come up with a product that you're happy with. And my perfect customer will say when the job is done, that's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Because most people can't imagine what it's going to look like.
Oh, I cannot. I'm very visual. So you can explain to me all day long. It's when I see it, then I'm like, okay.
We come to the house with an iPad and we take a picture of your house and we could build the items on the front of your door.
I need that.
On front of your house.
Yeah.
So you don't need a great imagination.
Yeah. So windows, roofs, and doors. Why those components?
Well, I used to be a rep in the window and door business.
Okay.
And I know that
so
very
you knew
well.
It. Yeah.
Yep. And then the federal government had an incentive program for getting a tax credit if you did windows and doors. It was a landslide business. Not a landslide, but a huge rush of business.
Sure.
And then it was over.
Right, right.
And basically, due to the government incentive, they had sold forward a couple of years worth of demand.
Right.
Because let's do it now before the incentives are gone. And all of a sudden, the business was really flat, so we had to find other areas.
Gotcha.
And it's basically the same customers. I mean, if you need doors, you probably own a roof.
Yeah, I would think so. Yes, for sure.
So that's how we got into that.
How has technology affected the roofing? Well, all of it, all the window, door, and roofing business. I would imagine products and things like that have evolved and changed over your years.
Well, I'll tell you a story. We're a dealer for a company, and we're certified installers for an Amish company. And I used to be a manufacturer's rep. I spent a lot of time in factories where they make windows and doors. I was out there last February and walking through their factories. It's an enormous place, and it's an Amish company. I mean, it's everybody that works there is Amish.
Wow.
And you walk through, and they say, well, the women here that work here aren't married yet. And we tell all of the men that work here, this isn't the most important thing you do every day. The most important thing you do every day is you go home and you're head of the family.
Oh, wow.
So we invested just massive amounts of money in creating automated systems so they never run a second shift.
Oh, wow. Wow,
how many
that's
companies
amazing.
you know like that?
No, I don't.
Right?
I don't, especially to put values like that first. That's amazing.
And you go through the factory, and it's all these guys with beards, and the average Amish guy is 5'7". I never knew that before.
Oh, really?
So here you go through this factory, and everybody's this tall.
Got
beards.
To me,
got
still this
homemade
tall.
clothes, it's just nicest people, and they have an agenda that's higher than just getting their paycheck.
Of course.
So
the culture like that, that's really great.
That's who makes our products for us.
Yeah, and that's pretty awesome. That's a great, I think when consumers understand that, it becomes more worthwhile to invest in the stuff that they've got. Your windows and doors and your roofs, are literally your protection from everything outside your home. So it's
Correct.
important, I think, to invest in something that's quality, but also something that looks nice. And you were telling me that your passion of design and helping people bring it all together is kind of like a little extra mile that you guys go.
Oh yeah, Tom is the rep that does most of the estimating in windows and doors. Although I do my fair share as well. We both have fine arts degrees.
Yeah.
And we're very capable at getting people to realize what their imagination is going to look like.
Yeah.
We can say, have this or this. Put it together. We can put it together on an iPad screen. There's the technology
that's
piece.
really, yes, I like it.
You can build the whole door,
Yeah.
and then we can take that image and superimpose it on a digital photograph of the front of your house, so you see what it's going to look like.
Yeah,
There's a slight delay because digital images never look like the real thing.
Yeah.
So then we have paint samples. So they're not pictures of paint; they're the actual paint samples.
Okay.
Here's what it's the real color. Look at it in daylight.
Yeah.
And this is what it looks like on your house.
Yeah.
And we try to help people to go through the process of making sure that the house is coordinated.
Yeah.
And you don't have, chrome shutters on a purple wall.
Like a clown threw up on your house. Yeah.
Right. We help you go through what you like.
Who is your biggest, if you were to describe to me that your biggest customer, are they people who are buying homes that are, 40, 50 years old? Are they people building? Who are the people you're talking to most?
Mostly older people that are trying to make their house what they want it to be.
Yeah.
Always trying to get their dream house together.
Yeah.
Trying to change the image. We have a fair number of people that are trying to control their fuel bills.
Well, that's a big one with all of that. Windows, roofing, and doors, keeping it energy efficient, especially on older properties.
And I work with another company that we have quite an association. We do a lot of business together that handles all the insulation and weather sealing of the envelope. So we can handle all the weather sealing, and it not only saves you money, it changes the comfort level in your house.
Yeah.
A lot of people will tell me that that room upstairs is too cold.
Always cold, yeah.
Right, or it's too hot in the summer. We never go up there. We need a fan that never really works. We've fixed that.
Wow. That's pretty good, actually, to think about that. That's one thing I never would have really equated to. You always just live with it. Well, why live with it? If you can't use a third of your house or even an eighth or a room, that's silly.
Well, think about it. You have a $600,000 house with 6 rooms in it, and there's 2 that you can't use.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a third of your home.
That's $200,000 of investment that's not doing anything for you.
Right. That's a very good point. How about with materials? Has there been a shift in, like, are there hot materials right now that are being used for some of these products, or, what's changed in kind of the manufacturing of them?
Glass technology has changed a lot in the last 20 years.
Okay.
So we can insulate much better than we were just a few short years ago. Doors, the technology really hasn't changed much except for paints. Paint used to be something that was, you knew you were going to have to do it over again in a couple of years.
Right.
Now, most door finish guarantees are maybe 2 or 3 years. Ours are 7.
Whoa. That's pretty good.
Because the technology is so much better.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But not everybody invested in the application processes and the chemicals and the paints to make that happen.
Right.
So that's a rarity.
Yeah, that's great. See, another really good thing we ought to be telling people about. Okay, so Maryland Windows Doors Roofs.
Yes.
.com.
Yep.
Yeah. So all of that spelled out. Maryland Windows Doors Roofs.com. Keith, you have been a pleasure. And I think you're in a competitive field, as you know, but I think getting your story out there, letting people know that you care as much about the finished product and your reputation as you do about getting the sale. And that's pretty cool.
Well, we do one thing else that's a little different.
Yeah.
When you call most companies, you're going to get someone who's going to set an appointment.
Right.
When you call the company, you get me.
Oh, boy.
If you have questions, you just want to talk about projects, you have something in mind you want to know about, you want price, we'll give you prices, the view from 1,000 feet. We'll tell you anything you want to know, and you can't call me too often.
And you're not doing that old kind of shift and shake where you kind of don't, you're really, I think when I call people before and they're really vague, oh, we can't give you a price on this until we come see it, and they make this big deal about it. You'll come see it, you'll give everything exactly and tell people, hey, if you want to shop around, feel free, but
and here's the way to shop. Here's the data. Go
here's
look,
the data.
replicate this, see if you can do better.
So I didn't realize your office is right on West All Saints. That's really cool. You're right here. I love it. Right downtown. This is Keith. I'm gonna put his phone number right on screen so you guys can all give him a call, of course, about projects you need done on your home. Don't spam him. And we'll put the website up there as well. We thank you so much for being a part of our community now. We like that you love Frederick.
Yeah.
What's your favorite restaurant downtown?
The Thai restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Sumitra.
Sumitra is great.
Yeah,
That's really good. How often are you there? Are you there pretty often?
Oh, every month or two we go.
Yeah, I love it too. All right, this is Keith. We thank you guys for watching. Oh, I didn't put his phone number up there, but go to the website. His number will be there, and you can give him a call if you need something done around your house. He can help you. All right, we're going to talk about now who's doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans, having their first flea market this Sunday. $30 for the space, and buy or sell. So if you have stuff you want to sell, get a space for $30. That benefits Pulling for Veterans. And if you want to find some bargains, then go shop this Sunday, because all of that helps Pulling for Veterans help our veterans. Basically, what they do is educate people on PTSD and what to look for. All right, let's talk about Ship's lip sync battle. Coming up Thursday, here's Laurie.
Visit from Laurie Robb from SHIP right here at 401 North Market Street in downtown Frederick. We're in the home of everything, Frederick. She's here today because we are talking about
SHIP's annual lip sync battle.
The lip sync battle. That's right. It is coming up. So we're going to put this on next week. So it is coming up
Thursday.
We're going to have a great time. It
pumped.
is such a fun event. You guys brought this back. It was something SHIP did a long time ago when SHIP first was established. I remember it. Then it kind of went away. And this is now kind of the third year of iteration, right?
So
the fourth.
Third year about consecutively because of we had to take a break from COVID and everything like that. Then we had 2022, 2023. 2023, 24. And now this is going to be the third year.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting. Very excited. There's a lot of fun things happening to it. We have 9 teams participating. So
that's awesome.
A lot of different people within the community wanted to get together and have some fun. And I think it's just going to be really exciting because we also have 3 awesome judges.
Yes. All right. Who's judging?
So we have Chief Lando, Chief of Police.
He's great.
Then we also have Debbie Riker, who is recently appointed president for Hood College.
Okay.
So we are super excited about her coming. And we also have Eric Rhodes, who is the principal at
so fun.
I'm so excited about him. When we posted about him with his bow tie,
he is amazing. The principal at Lincoln Elementary, so involved in the community. He rides a unicycle. Did you know this?
Yeah, I found that out last year. I was like, this is one of the many things you do.
Yeah, one of his many talents.
But just also envisioning him being a principal, going up and down the hallway for that. I was like that.
Yeah.
But so we're really excited. These are all 3 amazing people who support SHIP very much. And they kind of bring it back to education for us, which is always our number 1 goal for our students. So for them to be part of this event and emphasize the impact really just helps.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can't get people more connected to what you guys do and who you serve than the 3 you've chosen, just really keeping in mind it is about the students, right? Yeah. So SHIP, if people don't know and have been living under a rock, Student Homelessness Initiative Partnership?
Correct.
Okay. You guys serve the homeless students in Frederick County.
So we serve youth experiencing homelessness from ages kindergarten to 24.
Okay.
And ultimately our goal is to help them go back to education. So within that, they are also kind of building capacity off of that. So we are assisting them getting resources and kind of helping find out what their next goal is. It can be finding secure housing. It can be finding what kind of program best fits them. Is it going to college? Is it finding a vocational school that best fits their needs? Just kind of things along that line. But it's to kind of emphasize to them that it's not a one-track mindset. Each student is different and every student has their own talents and capabilities. And I think this really just brings a great drive to it. So for us, we always want to educate them on or kind of help them understand what is available to them.
Yeah, because what you don't know, right?
Well, if a student is not going to school, they do not graduate high school, they are actually 3.5 times more likely to not to experience homelessness as an adult.
Right.
So if they do not graduate, they are 3.5 more times likely to experience homelessness as an adult.
Yeah.
I say that twice.
It's okay.
It's very important.
It is very important.
Because there are so many people who don't understand that. And that's why we drive back towards the education part.
Yeah.
And so we want them to graduate high school, even if they don't go to college. They can find a welding career.
I mean, I didn't go to college. So, and I tell my kids, college isn't a necessity, but you just understand you're going to work a little harder to be successful and get where you need to get. But there's a lot of trades. These people could be making 10 times what I'm making as young people.
And they have zero debt.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Zero debt.
That's the great part about it, where it's they can go to college, they can have the experiences, but ultimately we want the best for our students. And so these students, they are hardworking. They're just average people like you and me. They're working at a drive-through. They're collecting your tickets at the movie theater.
Yeah.
They are checking you out at a retail establishment. So for them, they're just human, all of us are. And so we always want to make sure that we're always reminding people to be kind and everything like that, just because there's so much negativity right now.
Yeah.
So for our students, we always focus on their well-being. So that's why this event is so important, is because this is ultimately our fundraiser to raise additional funds so we can help these students have these resources. Like, we have unrestricted funding from this event that helps them with their driver's education courses, helps them purchase a car.
Right.
It can help them with the rent for their, like, kind of into their lease when they're trying to, or down payment for their lease or security deposit.
Right.
Everything along those lines. Like, it's so crucial. And I don't think people realize that whenever they go do all of these events and they kind of see the fundraising pour, it's very exciting. And so that's why we want to focus on that for this event, is just driving it back to the students. And it's just exciting.
That's right. And so what we need people to do is to go to shipfrederick.com, purchase your tickets. $55 gets you all your food from Boxcar Burgers, right?
Yep, Boxcar Burgers is going to be catering the event. We'll have a buffet from them. It also includes your beer from Attaboy Barrel House.
Yes, which we love, and it's a beautiful. I love the Attaboy Barrel House venue. I think it's a great venue, and we have about 9 teams. What are the times of the event?
So the happy hour will start at 5 p.m. So it'll be from 5 to 6 will be a happy hour portion of the event. And then from 6 to about, I wouldn't say between 8 and 9, just depends on how long the performances are. But that's when we're going to have the rest of the event. Overall, it's going to be a very fun event. And then we'll also hear some stories from our students.
Of course.
Well, so.
Now, you're going to want to bring along some form of payment, because there's ways for you to purchase votes for your favorite team.
So for our People's Choice Award, this is literally when you almost like buy their vote, right?
Yeah. All right. This is SHIP's annual lip sync battle. It's happening Thursday, the 24th, 5 p.m. You can be there. Get your happy hour on. Get great food from Boxcar Burger, beer from Attaboy Barrel House. And be entertained all evening long, not only by the teams performing, but by yours truly as well. All right, shipfrederick.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jumped in a little early on that one, but there you go. Yes, hope to see you on Thursday. All right, we're going to wrap it up right now. Hope you have a great, great Tuesday. Get outside, enjoy the sunshine, get that vitamin D going. And I will see you right here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Or, of course, you can watch anytime on YouTube. I want to thank everybody for posting their segments and stuff like that. If you ever thought, oh, I remember an interview with somebody, you don't have to look for the 1 hour show. I post all the segments individually, and you should be able to search on our channel and find them. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me today. Have an awesome day, and let's be great.